Hello, everyone. I'm Twan. Behind me on the couch was the runner for Obi-Wan, Dave.
Hello. Hello.
You go. You may say Dave, David. I don't know.
It's whatever, man.
Coworker stuff. I don't know your internet name. Uh, um, so as we talked about during the Obi-Wan run, I'm running a couple HoloLive fan games, unofficial fan games. Starting with HoloCure, this is a pretty popular game amongst the fans. An amazing game, if you ask me. I went into a bit of detail about it during a little bit of downtime during David's run, so I'm happy to just jump right into it. We talked about characters that I could play as. It sounded like we got a pretty sizable donation to play as Bay Hakos Bales, which is who I submitted for the character that I used for my submission video, so I'm quite comfortable using Bay for this run. There are a lot of different mechanics, passives, actives, things going on. If anyone's played sort of the Vampire Survivor type thing, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to explain everything. I'll probably be locking in and out over the course of the game. And David hasn't played the game, but he can talk a little bit about what the general goal is here. The category, I didn't even say the category, was to get to level 100. So ultimately, my goal is to make the game as hard as possible at the very beginning. I want to get as many fans out as possible. Fans are like sort of like each character, each HoloLive member's manifestation of their chat or their fans basically, and you'll see those, and that's what we're going to be just like mowing down throughout this run. The goal is just to get as many of them out there as possible. We're going to collect some items as we level up to make it as hard as possible, and then I'm going to try to grab some items to up my experience collection so that I can just go as fast as I can to get to level 100. And I'm going to be doing stage 1 as well. Anything that I've talked about before, David, that I didn't mention? You're welcome to take over while I'm kind of locking in at the very beginning.
I mean, I think that you captured everything.
Unlike a lot of other speedruns, if this were to get stressful, like for higher stage speedruns, I'm hoping it won't be the case for a stage 1. It actually gets a little bit more stressful towards the beginning because I'm going to focus on getting experience and making the game hard as opposed to getting like power-ups and like adding to my damage or adding weapons and stuff. That's going to come later. So if it gets hairy, it's going to happen towards the beginning and not towards the end. Once we get to a certain point, I'm going to start rolling and so it won't be that bad once we get like a couple minutes into the run. I like this outfit the most, so I'm actually going to pick this outfit. There are a lot of like different ways I could have done like donations for this. I'd even forgotten about the outfits. I'm going to do endless mode. Stage mode actually has an end, but if this run is remotely good, it wouldn't matter either way, but just to be safe, I'm going to pick endless mode, picking the first stage. Time will start whenever I press go here. The only other thing I'll say is that the interesting thing about Bay is that every character has like their basic attack. Bay's basic attack is very similar to, I guess, think sort of like Mr. Game & Watch's, I think like Judgment attack, where it's like a number, and that number like basically is the equivalent of a certain amount of damage. So Bay throws out die, and then the number on the die determines the damage as it says here on the screen. So every character also has what I would call an ultimate, because I played League a bunch back in the day. Bay has a very fun ultimate. That's why I used her for the submission, where it's literally just launching every weapon that she has in her arsenal with no delay for 5 seconds. So if there's any issues with like, the stream because I've put out like 7 billion particles, we'll get to see that, but that won't come until the last sort of half of the run. I think that's it. So I'm ready to roll. I'll count you down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So
Yes.
start. Oh, sorry. You can talk.
I was just going to say that, so yeah, the beginning is really kind of the slowest and least hectic part of this run, as Twan was saying. The enemies are going to be very slow here, so Twan's going to be trying to get upgrades that are basically going to increase the amount of enemies that appear on the screen, that make them more difficult, in order to just increase the amount of experience he's generating, because he needs to kill these enemies, or rather, I guess I should say that they're fans. He's really not trying to kill them, he's just trying to break them out of whatever mojo that they're in to free them. It is save the fans, after all.
Yeah.
So he needs to save them in order to acquire experience and level up. So we want more enemies. We want more experience per enemy. So he's going to be selecting upgrades off of the list that you'll see pop up periodically that will increase like there, he just got the glasses.
Yeah, so Halu is the item I'm looking for to increase the number of enemies on screen and to make the game a little bit harder on myself. But if I get the glasses or the researcher's coat, which also increases my experience gain, I'm just going to go ahead and take those instead of taking time to hit reroll. I have a number of rerolls and like eliminating from the item pool and stuff like that. I'm going to reroll. I'm just going to take the coat. So it's not great RNG, which in Bay's case, that's very fitting because she's like the corporeal form of chaos, basically.
Yeah.
So speedrunner's best friend, to be honest. I'm going to save my ult until we have like little mini bosses that come out every couple minutes. Oh, come on. Where are you at, Halu?
Dang.
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
Halu,
There we go. We're good.
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
It's in the, once you pick it, it's sort of in the pool. I probably should have held. There's an option to hold an item so that when the next time you level up, it's guaranteed to show up. Actually, I'm going to hold right now just to be safe. So now you're really going to see the enemy come out of the woodwork towards me.
Yeah, it's definitely the
I'm just going to get the dice upgrade.
these sections where you're starting to increase the difficulty of the game at a little bit faster of a rate, then you're becoming more powerful, and that's really the scariest part. As Twan mentioned, there's going to be like a crossover point much later on where things will start to go much more smoothly. But the first part of the game is just making it harder on yourself, and then you have to make it harder before you make it easier. But remember, we're just trying to reach level 100 as fast as possible, so whatever we need to do to make that happen is what we're going to do.
I'm leveling up my basic attack a little bit just to give me a little bit more damage so that I can survive everything that's collapsing on me right now. As you saw, Halu level 5, which is the max, just says don't do it. This is the ult. Just to be a little bit marathon safe, I'm just gonna like be careful about making sure I have a little bit more damage that I can deal. I'm just gonna take the book.
Got a tasty little Holozon delivery there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to talk and like you level up so quickly in this run that it's hard to like think and talk and plan things out.
You're already level 20, fifth of the way there.
Yeah, level 20, 2.5 minutes in is pretty good. You can see now I have 3 dice. I've leveled up my dice, tossing them out. This is like the max you can do without doing a different type of upgrade. And now I'm really starting to clear them out.
Yep.
I've actually maxed out all of my items already to get the max sort of like experience gain.
Yeah.
Looking for the water ability so that I can combine my book and get myself a nice super item.
Yeah. So obviously the experience upgrades are best to get as soon as possible because they'll be more, have more of a chance to take effect the sooner you get them.
And every little bit, you'll get like a different set of fans that come out at you. It's set over the course of the level, but for stage 1, it's relatively straightforward.
Yeah, these fans are, they correspond to the fans of different HoloLive members.
I'm realizing how hard it is to do commentary while I'm sitting here just like thinking about what items I have in the item pool whenever I level up.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah.
The water. The timing for this is in-game time, so I really could just take all the time I wanted when I'm at the menu screen when I level up. But because we're here at a live event and there's RTA that's being recorded, and that's what's important for y'all for scheduling purposes, I'm not going to, take 15 minutes to think about what item I'm going to take. So,
yeah.
Have you considered it to be funny?
It would be funny. Absolutely, it would be funny.
Yeah, so there's not really if you're curious about the movement along the screen, there's not really any sort of rhyme or reason to it. He's just trying to kind of move in a circle to just try and make sure he's continually moving to where all the enemies are. He's clearing out a certain area of the map and he wants to move somewhere else to be able to fight more enemies. So just kind of a rough circle-ish type motion, patrolling around is basically what you're going to see him do the whole time.
The goal. This allows me to put 2 items together. There's it's limited to like a certain set of 2 items.
Oh, okay, we're gaming now. Look at all that.
Yeah, so once I add the book and the water together, I can I have this super weapon that helps me out a little bit more, and I'm gonna put
Just
together
like
a
real
couple
life.
of those. Yes.
Book plus water.
I don't know why you're throwing me off with that. This should be muscle memory for me at this point. I did somewhat lie about having the ability, like maxing out already on my ability to get experience quick. Once I start to see like movement speed or pickup range items, I want to grab those as well because that sort of indirectly allows me to accumulate experience faster because then I don't have to move as much.
Those little blue arrows, triangles, those are the
Let's
experience.
do potato, sure.
Yeah, so he's not automatically getting the experience. He's having to pick it up off the ground. That's what he's referring to there. He wants to be able to slurp it to him faster and also run to it faster.
Here we go, limiter. So limiter gives you 100% pickup range, so now I don't have to walk as far to aggro the... aggro is such a weird word to use for that, but to drag the experience to you. Which all the little triangles, the like HoloLive symbols are the experience.
Yeah.
And the color tells you like how much experience it is. Yellow's like really good, green's like the low level, et cetera, et cetera. Potato.
Potato.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get like waves that come at you from a certain direction like this. We haven't even talked about stamps. Stamps are amplifications to your basic attack. I don't really care about them that much, but just to clear them out of the field, I'll just pick them up and apply them. Some of them I want, some of them I actually don't want because they're not very conducive to speedrunning, but I don't want to go into too much detail about the stamps because there's a lot going on in this run, mechanics-wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually, once you kind of get the run going, I should have picked up the curse there. Once you get the run going, it's actually pretty chill where you're just kind of walking around in a circle. Anyone that's played like Vampire Survivors or any game from that genre kind of knows once you get the ball rolling, you're just kind of like walking in a circle for the most part, or sometimes literally just standing still.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after you play some of these types of games enough, it just turns into an idle game.
Yeah.
So what just happened there is every so often you can get a drop of multiple boxes. Those boxes are guaranteed to drop when you take down some of the bosses that you'll see. But every so often you can get like a super item, or you'll get like 3 boxes, and those will have 3 items. Either something that's already in your item pool because it's in your inventory, or something random that is in your item pool but hasn't been added to your inventory yet. So we just hit level 50, 45 in, so that's
Halfway there?
pretty solid.
Halfway there.
I wouldn't say it's actually halfway there
Well,
because
yeah.
as is the case with RPGs and whatnot, the you get sort of your limited returns on as you level
In
up.
spirit. You know what? Fine. You're not even close.
Spiritually halfway there.
So now we have basically a big plague attack that can one-shot, and it kind of goes from one enemy to another. Speed up, absolutely. I want that. Level
Speed
up
up.
potato.
Level up potato.
We level up potato in this house. Me when I ask for bacon on my baked potato.
Potato
my
maxing.
loaded baked potato. Oh, what did I pick up? I want Idle Song. I'm trying to think of like what syncs with the potato. I had this. I gotta stop talking about this potato, man. What's the credit card? And all of these items are like references to like inside joke sort of references to various HoloLive characters. So that I can't possibly go into detail on. I don't know why I leveled up the potato. I am stuck on the potato right now.
You're just potato maxing, man.
I am absolutely potato maxing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Idle Song.
Potato maxing %.
Yeah, there are. I forget exactly how many members are in this game right now. Certainly not all of them. I want to say it's like in the 40s off the top of my head.
Some
right
of the more
now.
recent generations aren't in there.
Get out of here. Membership's good. Another triple. Let's go.
Wow. Some good RNG.
So yeah, you see all the potatoes. Of all the particles, I had to call out the potato again.
I mean, it's definitely a lot more hectic compared to the very beginning when you were just throwing out like a single die like every 2 seconds. Yeah, it's stuff spraying all over the screen now.
Idle Song.
Well, I feel like you could just call it like the lemon, like a Mega Man.
The what?
Like the lemon.
Oh, the lemon.
Yeah.
The lemon.
But also, it's really easy to like rhyme lemon. I think
Sure.
like go like lemon and M&M. Like
Lemon M?
That was my go-to.
like that's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Oh, something I didn't say is that you have 7 levels to each of your like weapons and item, or not all your items. For your weapons, you get to level 7, and then once you have your 2 specific items that can sync with one another up to level 7, you'll get the gold anvil, and that will let you combine them. I'm just gonna level this up because I don't have anything I can max out to 7. We're already maxed out on everything that we have in the pool, or in the inventory rather. So we should get a golden anvil very, very soon. There it
Golden
is.
Anvil. Excellent. It's a collab. That's what
That just kind of comes like within a couple seconds of you getting getting your both of your level 7s.
I like it that they call the combining items collab.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the other stages are a lot more complicated than this one. There's like obstacles that you have to move around. You can't just like run everywhere, but this is just this is the simplest stage. It's basically just an open field where you can run in almost any direction you want to at any point. So it's definitely the most conducive to speed running a level 100 run.
Glow stick. Actually, I don't know what I have that syncs with the glow stick. So with the version that I'm playing, you have the option to remove a certain number of items from your item pool so that I can make it a little bit easier to force the items I want to pick up. So I only have a certain number of weapons and items that are going to show up because of this newer update that allows you to sort of force that.
Okay.
Let me go back here and see what stamp we got going on. We'll leave it on. But honestly, at this point, even if I messed up the syncing of the weapons, I have enough at this point to very easily make it to level 100 without any issue.
I'm seeing
Hello.
a Twitch chat comment that says the game looks better than like they would have thought based on the description.
Oh yeah, here we go. That's what I love to see. No, yeah, this game is absolutely fantastic, and it's again free.
I've seen this game before. I didn't know that it was free.
Yeah.
Like this is quite a lot of content for a free game.
I'm happy to just play this if folks see it, and like even if you don't know what anything about VTubers or HoloLive, like it's just a fun game. And like I said, there's a side sort of like chill Animal Crossing sort of I want to say it's called like the Hollow House that you can maintain and do like gardening and blacksmithing and stuff. And then there's like a Jump King style side game that you can play, and there's a casino. Like it's just like it's very lovingly crafted. I didn't say that. I believe KU is the is who is the developer. And they've just like, as long as I have the ability to do this in my free time, I don't have any interest in charging people for it. So it's just a labor of love, which is going to be the same with the other game I play here in a moment when we're done with this one.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of like, I love my AAA games. Don't get me wrong. I love all of that stuff, but also like I'm a big fan of just like supporting people that are out here like just making games about the things they like, and that's absolutely what these two games are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this marathon has like a couple of like free games that are just really good.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, like, I would pay like at least $20 for this game. Like this
Sure,
looks like
yeah.
fantastic. And then also like same with like Vivid Stasis coming up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I'd also pay like $20 for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we were saying earlier, I think there's only like 40. I want to say like 47, 46. I can't remember. I don't know how to count faces on a screen, like on the menu screen that I've seen a bunch. But yeah, there's many newer generations that aren't in, and I'm sure with future updates though they will be added. I've already maxed out everything. Yeah, I did lock myself out of being able to upgrade to one more super weapon, which is fine. We're already at level.
We're schmoving.
I'm just gonna kind of randomly level up stuff as I see the speed up. Always speed up, baby. Speed up or pickup range. I don't need anything else right now.
Yeah. And you can notice that some of those blue triangles are starting to move towards him from much farther away than they were at the beginning of the game. It's because of all those the cumulative effect of all those upgrades. the pickup distance.
I don't need a hamburger. Give me coins.
A hamburger would be so good right now.
I only want potato.
Oh my gosh, you hung up on the potato.
Yeah.
I like ate before the stream started, and I'm like hungry again.
I'll do it to you. What, like, you have like lightsabers spraying around the screen or something?
Glow sticks.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you go to
same
the,
thing,
go to the
basically.
concerts. Yeah, they are basically like
Yeah.
mini lightsabers.
To the mind of a 7-year-old, they're the same thing.
Pick up range. I just want all the Doritos as fast as possible.
Doritos.
All of the very strangely colored Doritos,
Yeah.
except for the yellow one. I guess that one's fine.
I was gonna say, yeah, yellow seems a bit normal for a Dorito.
Yeah.
Another thing is that down in the bottom left, you'll see those glasses that I picked up. Oh, let me get rid of this this clock. Another thing about the glasses I picked up is that with each level up, I get a little bit of a boost to my attack. So getting that very early in the run is also good because I got it at like level 2, so that means I've added 81 boosts to my attack power
Yeah.
over the course of this run. So even again, it's not that huge of a deal that I didn't min-max my collabs here because I'm still dealing the damage. It's a whole lot less stressful now than it was at like a minute 2.
Yeah.
Now I'm moving super fast, collecting things super quick. These giant waves of the little brats, the little Bay fans are coming at me, and it doesn't matter. They stand no chance. Defend yourself. Am I right, David?
Yeah, exactly. My joints ache.
Oh, I get it. That's like a reference.
All right, 85. We're moving.
When you said 85, for some reason I thought you were talking about the road for a second. Gosh.
We're
What living in Atlanta does to your brain.
sit in Atlanta traffic too much. The number 85 just does damage to you.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, these enemies, normally you don't want to just be like walking straight at them with purpose like I am.
Casually approach fan.
But I'm just melting them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen you do some runs of this game before where it's like some enemies really have a lot of health and it takes
Yeah.
forever to kill them, but you're just mowing everything down. Seems to be-
I kind of just turn around after a certain time because then at some point you'll turn around and just see that there's a big wave of other fans coming at you. And at this point, I'm kind of just ignoring everything on the ground to kind of see how quickly I can get to one. We've already blown past the record time. Roboco's the world record character because she has mechanics that built into like her specific character where there's batteries that will drop during her runs, and those batteries give you extra experience. So it's just no character can compare to any runs
Yeah.
with Roboco in them.
What is the world record?
It's like for stage 1, I want to say it's like 14 minutes and 40
Oh, wow, yeah.
seconds.
Okay, yeah.
92.
92.
But I want to say the best time I have gotten with a non-Roboco character on stage 1 is like 16:45. I didn't record it. If this is good, I wouldn't mind submitting it to the leaderboard, even though it's not Roboco, because I want to see other characters on the leaderboard. They don't have like character-specific leaderboards, just stage-specific.
Oh, dang.
I feel like there's so many characters that it'd be a bit difficult.
Yeah, there's only love for one for this specific run. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Dang.
93.
But they all play kind of differently because of their different abilities. So,
And again, it's just like so lovingly crafted in terms of like having it's clearly a game made for fans by a fan basically. So it's just a lot of really good content for someone that loves them some Hololive.
yeah.
At this point, I'm probably taking damage, but I just don't even care. I'm just like walking right through them.
Yeah. I noticed you're skipping all of the blueberry
Yeah.
play buttons.
Like the play buttons. Oh,
Yeah.
well, those are the bombs.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was wondering why they were not being
6.
collected.
Well, yeah, the enemies aren't having much of a chance to even walk over them to explode, so they're just kind of sitting out there now.
Imagine being an enemy in the game like right now.
Yeah, wouldn't be pleasant.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe if you're like a big fan of Bay, like, oh, she's coming. Oh, well, no, she's just kind of just sent a giant shard of ice through my chest, so.
Ow.
That's not cool. We just walk in circles till the time runs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say time looks like it's coming up soon because
Yeah,
we're at
and-
almost 98.
And it'll pause, you know, like at each of the menu. Like
Yeah.
the menu will pop up at 100, and the timer will stop in-game time no matter what. But I can just tell y'all time whenever it hits 100.
Yeah.
So in endless mode, you usually end up dying at around level minute 30, no matter what, because at minute 30 it gets pretty intense. In the stage mode, at minute 20, the final boss appears for whatever that stage is. But you're not going to see that in this run. Let me just go ahead and take care of you real quick. I will pick this up and see what we get. Yeah, coins. Once you max out sort of all your items so that you can't level up anything that's currently in your inventory and you have a limited inventory, you just get like consumables like coins or like health pickups and stuff like that. Oh, we did just hit 100. I didn't even pay attention. That's time.
Oh, is it? Oh, that was
I was just on autopilot.
Okay.
1845 or something.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I just looked up into the corner and I'm like, oh wait, I'm already level 100.
I was thinking that the bar was describing what the level you were going to reach once.
Yeah, that's
the
what I was
bar
thinking
filled.
too.
Yeah. So no, yeah, I've actually already leveled up. This was a level 101 speedrun, actually. It took 17 minutes and 58 seconds in game time. But yeah, that's it. You don't get
A little
like
bit of extra content.
Nice credits or anything for this. It just, for level 100, it's literally just hitting level 100 and stopping. There's also speedruns for like, I think it's like killing 10,000, or I guess saving 10,000 fans. let me rephrase that. And then there's like stage speedruns, but because you can melt the boss down so quickly and they show up at 20 minutes every time, like the speedrun record's usually like 20 minutes and 1 second or something. So that's not a particularly interesting thing to submit for any sort of like a marathon or anything. Because, well, I mean, it's set for y'all, so for scheduling purposes, you're pretty much locked in on like 20 minutes. But yeah, that was HoloCure Save the Fans with Hako's Bales in Stage 1.
Nice.
I just like showing off this game, so if anyone saw this and was like, wow, this is actually a sick game, then that's a victory for me.
Again, it's free.
It is in fact free.
I think if we say it loud enough, the people over at like the VTuber area will like hear us like
Well,
download HoloCure.
I would say this: the folks over there probably already know about this game.
Yeah.
because
Wouldn't be surprised.
It's quite well known, and
They've already been
just in general a
saved.
good game.
Yeah.
So, like, you see all the members here. This is not the exhaustive list of all live members. So,
And in some cases, it is too exhaustive.
yeah, but yeah, that's HoloCure.
Excellent.
Nothing else is going to change other than the game because we're rolling through for one more run. I'm going to get some water though, and then we'll get rolling with Sarah's Fauna Seasons of Promise.
Yeah,
Very
we're gonna be
different
taking-
game. A lot more chill, but a lot more stressful for me. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm able to handle it.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking a quick break so we can, get up, stretch, bio break, all of that good stuff. But before we go, I do want to mention that Momentum 2025 is sponsored by Windblown, which is currently in early access, developed by Motion Twin, who is the people who made Dead Cells. If you've ever heard of that, I've heard that's also a pretty big release, if you ask me. But yeah, in Windblown, you freely dash through the vast, ever-changing islands in the sky, where each run is teeming with secrets to uncover. Find your rhythm in this relentless battles against the Vortex's Sentinels, hell-bent on taking you down. Brace yourself and face oppressive bosses who just can't wait to chew you up and spit you out. And with that, we're gonna be taking a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes here.